Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I have the May update for the Paper Stash Smash collab. If you've been following along, you know the deal. So we're trying to use up our stash, basically. For me, it's not it's not working so well. I mean, I am making things, but I'm also still buying new stuff, and yeah, I'm kind of running out of space, so I don't know. But yeah, it's still fun to use up some collections, things I might have even forgot about. So yeah, let's just get into it. All of the details are always in the description box, the links to the other collaborators' videos, and the prompts. And if you want to follow along, just use the hashtag #PaperStashSmash. So I guess we'll start, I don't know, doesn't matter. Well, let's start with this because I only made one thing with this collection, and we'll zoom in because it's tiny. So I'm very proud of this actually, because it's the first project I ever made without using, well, I shouldn't say without using a tutorial, because it was inspired by a tutorial from Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy. I will link it below, but this is a different size. So like all the measurements are different. So yeah, don't like follow that tutorial and expect it to look like this kind of thing. If there's like actual interest, I could maybe do a tutorial on this because it's really cute and I really love how it came out. So this is a 4x6 mini album, and the only reason I even made this is because if you saw my last Paper Stash Smash video, I made a 6x8 album, and with the leftover piece of the chipboard, which was 4x6, I was like, oh, I'll just make a mini album with that. So that's what I did. So yeah, if you wanted to use this for 4x6 photos, you would have to crop them down. So you'll see as we go. But this was with the collection, this one right here. Oh, I just lost some of my scraps. Life is Beautiful from Echo Park. It's by Lori Whitlock, and I'll show you what I have left because I always forget to do that. So I have these scraps plus some little ones that just fell out. So I basically keep like even these little scraps until I'm done with something, because you know I might use this for like layering or like a tag or something, and I do have quite a lot of paper left. So yeah, all of these because I actually have also used the coordinating solids. I had this in my collection, so I used that, and I also had the chipboard. I still have quite a bit of this as well. So that's what I have left from Life is Beautiful, and I did have other plans, but I'm running out of time and I need to get this video ready. So yeah, I only made this one thing, but I love it. Yeah, so I paper pieced the cover, the spine, and the back because I didn't want to cut into new sheets if I already had, you know, scraps. And I actually wrapped this whole album with the coordinating solids with the pink, which is this one here, which I don't know if I'll always do because it did crack. If you can see, it cracks where the paper overlapped because it's not really meant for wrapping covers, I guess. But yeah, and then I used 2 chipboard pieces on the cover, and these little gems, sparkly ones, those are glass beads actually from Simon Says Stamp. They don't call them glass beads, but they're made of glass. And this was a little cut apart that I matted on this, I think, is the same paper I used in that 6x8 Spring Garden album. The one from Michaels, I think it's like, what's it called? Pastel foil, the paper pack. There's different colors. I think it's like the bluish one. And then I have some ribbon here. This is from Amazon. I'll link it below, but I don't love this ribbon because it's not, like, the quality isn't consistent. Some of it is matte, and then there's like the shiny kind, and it's also very wrinkly, which you'll see in another project. I might have to iron it. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, so it opens like this, and I already lost something here. Okay, so it's obviously like a landscape style album, and in the front here I added a pocket with a little chipboard banner, and I made these little booklets with the coordinating solids paper and the cut aparts. So these just go in there, and this like pocket, because it's small, I think, and it is like scored on the ends, it's quite like it's a big pocket, so you can even put more things in there. But yeah, I just added these little like journal cards, so those live in there. And then this only has 2 signatures, and they're both the same. Oh, I also made this paper clip with my button press, so this is paper from the collection as well. I thought that was adorable. And then, so these are basically like photo mats that go into the pocket here, but they're quite small because I shrunk down the whole tutorial by Tiffany. So yeah, you would have to put some small photos on here, but how cute is this with the little chipboard typewriter? And they open like this, so you could like maybe put like 2 smaller photos, or if you wanted, I think these are they 3 inches? I'm just gonna, I can't remember anymore. Yeah, they're 3 by, well, the first page, 3 by 5.5 on this side. But then because of how I changed the tutorial, I had to cut down this end, so this end's a bit shorter. But yeah, you could use this for photos, for journaling, and then it just goes in the pocket here. And that's why I have clips, because it's kind of it's loose. Oh, because in the original tutorial Tiffany had actually put magnets on the flaps so they stay in, so it would magnetize like that. I did plan doing that, but I forgot to put the magnets down, and I already put the paper on. So yeah. And I was, like I said, using the coordinating solids for everything. So even these pages, I just use a different color. Like if you can see, this was like a minty green color. So that's that. And then it just flips like so. And this could be a larger photo space here. And then the second signature, like I said, is the same. I have another little clip here. I just tied some ribbon on there, and this opens like so and pulls out the same. And I just love these little chipboard pieces. Yeah, so if you saw my last update, at the end we always share what we'll work on next, and this collection really made me think of the Flower Shop collection by Simple Stories, but Spellbinders made dies for it, and I was gonna do like a whole thing with the dies, which I still have out, but I never got around to it. But like, how cute would this be? This little flower cart. Yeah, I don't know. I ran out of time, but I am trying to use my dies like in conjunction with my mini albums so that I actually use what I have. But yeah. And then that's the back. I'll just put this little clip back on over here. And then the back is the same as the front, where I just put a little pocket, a chipboard piece, and 2 more little booklets. The best things in life aren't things. Like so. And then today is a good day. So I just love how it came out. So cute. So yeah, very easy to make too, since there's only 2 signatures and they're identical. So yeah, I would definitely make this again, but maybe with magnets. But I do like the clips because they stick out the front, I mean the top, and they look really cute. Anyway, that's what I made with Life is Beautiful. Then what did I do? I think I was trying, yes. So my other thing I wanted to use up was this Sunflower Market 6x6 Mega Pad, and look at this. Well, this is not all I have left, but this is the only full-size sheet I have, and it's sentiments. And the thing about this sentiment sheet, so in a Mega Pad you get 3 of each, so I had 3 of everything. So you'll see soon that I did use this page. I used 2 of them actually in a project, but I have 1 left. And the thing that bugs me about it is the back has nothing on it, so you kind of do have to use this side of it. So that's what I have left, like as a full size. But then I did keep all of these because the well, that was actually by Cartabella, but you know, Echo Park and Cartabella are the same thing. Same company. They have this hole at the top of each page, and I did keep those for now because, you know, you could just cover the hole. Like this could be a little strip on something and just cover that hole. So I did keep those for now. I don't know how much longer I will. And then for the actual scraps, I have all of these. And okay, so some of them, like, I use to cut tabs for mini notebooks, and because it was a Mega Pad, there's also like solid sheets, and then these are just like weird size. So I was thinking like the ones where the pattern is going the right way, this could be really cute as a bookmark, so I might do that. But then like something like this, I don't know. And some of them, most of them I think, do have the hole at the top too. I did do something with those because I was running out of paper and I wanted to make tags. So like here I just glued 2 pieces together, so I overlapped where the hole was and just made a bigger sheet of paper. So you'll see more about that, but that's pretty good. I was hoping to like use it all, but like I said, I'm running out of time, and yeah. So okay, I made this, and I did have to use some papers from the Homemade collection. So I thought this went really well with the Sunflower Market. They're both Cartabella. They're both like the same kind of vibe. There is sunflowers also in this collection, and I have a backup of this, so it was fine because I made this recipe book. So look at this, it's huge. And for the front and back covers of these, you're gonna need something bigger than 4x6, so that's why I broke into the 12x12. But I also used some stickers from Homemade, but this cut apart is from Sunflower Market. And yeah, this is the first time I've made this with the Dollar Tree photo albums. Before, I was using the Walmart ones that are like in a 5-pack, and those are like this big compared to this. So this used up almost an entire pack of recipe cards. So Yeah, but I do love it. It's very like fun and chunky. So yeah, this is a photo album from Dollar Tree, and it just okay, maybe zoom out more. So this is a tutorial from Lyric Lover Crafts. I will try to remember to link all of these things I'm mentioning, but it's so easy. Like everything else in the pages is 4x6. So, and then you just interchange with a recipe card. I mean, you don't have to, but that's how I did it. And a pattern paper. So the idea is like, if you wanted to give this as a gift, it would be really cute to like have photos of like the meals maybe, or just like photos of your family, you know, enjoying meals, I guess. But yeah, and then I just decorated with stickers from the homemade collection. So some of the papers are from homemade, some are from Sunflower Market, because yeah, I was running out of paper. So yeah, just so easy to make. I made these for, well, the smaller ones, which now I'm gonna have to like adjust the price because this one is definitely like 5 times the size of the others. But I did sell like all of them in my first craft fair, and then at my second I sold none, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I still like making them. They're just so easy. And yeah, of course the reason I even thought of doing this is because the Sunflower Market collection, maybe you could see, and I honestly might buy this like 12 by 12 in the future because I really do love it. It is like kitchen themed. Even though it's called Sunflower Market, there's like kitchen, you know, mixers, there's pitchers, there's like pies. So it really made me think to do a recipe album. Anyway, I won't flip through every single thing because I think you get the idea. And yeah, like this one, for example, I used the cut aparts from Sunflower Market, and I just left them as a 4x6. This one is really cute with the bees. And yeah, and these recipe cards are from Hobby Lobby. So I actually only had one left at the end of these recipe cards. And that's the back. So just the front and the back are a bigger piece of paper, and everything else is just cut to 4x6 because these photo albums are made for 4x6 photos. And then I just tied this ribbon on the top, and I just love this. So yeah, I made that. And oh yeah, the back is just plain like this. Then I followed a tutorial from Polly's Paper Studio because I wanted to make just something like quick and easy. I didn't want to pull out like chipboard and all of that. So I made this little cardstock folio. I will link it below again. I can't remember exactly what she called it. Something like a flip-flap folio maybe. So I have this ribbon here. This ribbon is actually from a Christmas bundle from Michael's, but I thought it went really well with the Sunflower Market collection. So it opens like this, and I just have a little cut apart in this pocket here, and then it opens like this, and it's just like really simple spots for photos, and then like so. And then here you have another flap with the cut apart, and that opens like this, and another pocket here and another cut apart. The kitchen is the heart of the home. So that's all that is, and then you have a nice spot for a photo here. So the only thing that bugs me about this is I put the same paper. I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, but otherwise it turned out really cute and it was really fun to make. And I also used the from the Mega Pad, like I said, there were solids, so I used those as matting in this. And then yeah, that's just so super easy. That's the back of that, and then the ribbon just comes around and ties here. Yeah, so that's a little cute folio with sunflower market. And then I made 2 more things with this collection. I think they might be my favorite. I made these mini notebooks. So this is only the second time I've made these. I made one for Valentine's Day and I just love them. They're so cute. So this one says, "Today is a good day to have a good day." And I just have some gold enamel things on there. Those are from Pink Fresh Studio. And yeah, this tutorial is by Carolina from Carolina's Crafts, so I'll link that below as well if I haven't run out of space by now. And yeah, these are just so fun. They look like they're easy. I wouldn't say they're easy to make because, okay, no, they're easy, but a lot goes into it, kind of thing. I made my own embossed vellum because I like to put, like, these mini notebooks are kind of like a junk journal style where you pull like different elements, and I usually like to have like vellum, but the only vellum I have is like Valentine's Day, so it really doesn't go with this collection. So I was like, I'll just run some plain vellum through an embossing folder, and that's what I did to make this little polka dot vellum. So this was like a embossing folder. I think it's called Swiss Dot by Simon Says Stamp. So that's the front little cover, and then these are just index cards cut in half. I have this little piece here with this fun little flower paper clip. So this is actually holding that closed because it flips out, so you could journal on there, put mini photos or stickers. More spots for actual writing. And then we have a divider here with a little tag. These tags that you'll see I made with this die set, Gina K Designs. Okay, there's no name on it. Yeah, I guess there's no name on it. Oh no, die tag trio. It's just called tag trio. I keep it with these stamps because this stamp here goes with the small size. But I love it because it has little stitching edge and it's really cute. So I put that in this little pocket here. The tabs I do also make with a die. I've shown this before. This is from Sizzix Thinlits. It's the Tim Holtz Specimen. Yeah, you get all of these little cute things, so I always use this tab. I did order a tab punch, which is on its way to me, so I might start using that instead, but I do love the size of this tab. Anyway, in the dividers I also have these tags, and this is the medium size of this tag, so I just love it. It fits perfectly in these dividers, and I matted the back with white so that you could journal on them, and those just go in here. So that's the first divider, and then there's more sheets for writing. The second divider also has a little tag. I did mat these because I was using 65-pound paper, and I just felt they were too like flimsy in my other notebook, the first one that I made, so I matted them. So this one I use the solid from the collection, and this is a little pie paper. It's so cute. And this tag is actually made with a 3x4 cut apart, baked with love. I thought it went well because there's pies here. So again, white on the back. And the seam binding in all of my projects is from my scrap cabin shop. And the back of this one, see this tag I did also matte, but I put it in on this side just because with the white it was just like too white. You know what I mean? So that goes there. More papers. Another little flip out with this little flower clip, and that just looks like that. Oops. And the last divider with this tag. So this is where I had to start paper piecing. So like I showed you before, I would like glue two sheets together, so the hole from this paper is actually under this B paper, but you wouldn't be able to tell. It looks super cute. And I think when you die cut, like after you do something like that, it kind of like flattens the paper together and it looks very seamless. And of course I matted it on the back, and that goes in there. And then again on this, on the back of this one, we have another tag with the belly band, and that's the little pie paper in the back. And I think, yeah, the only other thing is another sheet of the polka dot vellum, but the rest is meant to actually be used as a notebook. So, and that's the back. So I love it. It's so cute. So that was that one. And then this is where I started getting really low. As you saw, my scraps are now like weird sizes. So, but I was able to make another little notebook. I just finished this one before filming this video, actually. So I love how it came out too. It says choose to be happy, and this little wooden bee is just adorable. These are from Dollarama, which is our, you know, base. Well, it's not really our version of Dollar Tree because it kind of sucks, but that's what we get in Quebec. Anyway, these little bees, they actually come with like a foam dot underneath, but I peeled it off and I just glued it down because it was already like quite dimensional. So that's what that is. And of course I put him there because I used the bee paper. Oh, and this cover, so I use my stub punch to do these like corners, and the only reason I did that is because this paper, this is where the hole was. So I was like, oh, I'll just make it look like a stub. So yeah, that's how that idea came about. And then I just put those little gold dots from Pink Fresh in the corners. And this one I had to use paper from my stash to wrap the cover. This is from Michael's. It's the, you know, the multi-pack of like the rainbow colors, like all the colors. It's from there, and it actually went perfect because it is like a sunflower yellow. So we have the vellum again that I did. We have a little clip here with now I had to use the cut aparts as like pages. So it says always lick the spoon, and it opens like that. And then on the back it says I love you, a bushel and a peck. So I thought that was really cute and a good way to use these because I had 3 sheets of each page. And here's where I used the sentiment strip sheet as a page. So I actually used it to make my folders. I did it twice for this because I didn't have any more paper that was big enough to make the folder. Oh, and this tag is just matted with the solid on the back. And this is another paper pieced tag here. It's very cute though. And the back is just plain. I don't think you know it's meant to be a sentiment sheet. It just looks like a pattern paper, I think. So just more sheets here. A little folder. This one I had to make with the solid paper because I didn't have any more. With this little tag and this little bee theme tag. This one I attached with my Tim Holtz tiny attacher because I was trying to use even ribbon scraps. So, and that one was not big enough to do the whole loop thing. And this is the back with this tag. More sheets, another little flip out made with cut aparts, favorite recipe, and things like that. So this little notebook would be really cute for adding recipes in too. It doesn't have to be a recipe, you know, it doesn't have to be like one of these to make it a recipe theme, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I made this. So here's the other page of the sentiments. I just cut it in a different spot so that it wouldn't be identical to the first one, and then we have another paper pieced tag here. And on the back, oh, this family first, that was from, so I did also have in my scraps, there was a sentiment sheet that I had already cut into for another project, and I had this piece like on my desk, and I was like, where can I put this? And it ended up being exactly the right size for a belly band because it was 3 inches. So that's what I did, and I put this little tag behind there. And then there's just more sheets and another vellum thing. And that's it. So, oops. Yeah, just plain on the back. But aren't these so adorable? I just love these. I need to make more of them. But like I said, a lot goes into it. It just, once you, I feel like this project, sorry, I'm not even showing it anymore. This is a good project to do like in a, what's the word? When you do like a lot of the same things. You guys know what I'm talking about, I hope. Because you just like follow a formula after, and then it goes much faster. And yeah, they turn out adorable. So those are all the things I made with Sunflower Market. And then the last thing I made, so I actually didn't even use this. So because the theme of last month was 6x6 paper pads. Or collections, actually. So I guess I kind of did I still followed the theming, but I wanted to use this, but because I also had the 12x12 and the coordinating solids, and this is, I didn't even say, this is our Story Matters from Echo Park. I didn't actually need to use this for the project. I didn't need to use the paper pad for the project I had in mind. I only used these 2 things, and I have a lot left, I would say, of each. But I made this, and this is a tutorial from Carolina, from Carolina's Crafts. It's a recent one. And as soon as I saw it, I thought of this collection because this is a folio with a journal inside. And this whole collection is about, you know, telling your story kind of thing. So I thought it was perfect. This is the ribbon that's really bugging me because it needs to be ironed. But it's that same like Amazon ribbon pack. See, but this one is matte and the other one was shiny. I'm like, why? I don't like different kinds of ribbon when I'm supposed to get one of the same. You know what I mean? Anyway, I also messed this tutorial up. So this front cover is supposed to go to the edge here, but I measured something wrong and I was like, I'm not redoing this. So I just went with it and it still works. It just makes it kind of do that here, because if it had went all across and you had your magnets, like it would have stayed like that, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I used a 4x6 cut apart for the front, but I had to cut it down for my weird cover here. It says live fully in the moment and then write it all down. This is the spine, well, this side, the back, and the other spine, and this is just cardstock. There's no chipboard. I do have 2 magnets there. I used 2 large magnets because I thought it was gonna get like too heavy kind of thing, so I used the large ones, but maybe I didn't need to because it's very strong. And then, so this side, because I measured the whole thing wrong, this looks a bit different too from Carolina's version. And this could have been magnetized as well. This one, it's not that I forgot the magnets, it's that I didn't think I was going to need them. But then it bugged me that this wasn't like staying flat. So I put a little Velcro closure there. So not sure if it was the best idea, because now like you would have to put 2 photos and make sure they don't touch that. But anyway, this was supposed to look different again. So that opens like this. So photos, lots of spot for photos on this little thing alone. And then this opens like this. And you have a gusseted pocket here, and the journal is inside here. So this is like a little envelope closure, and I did use the Velcro closure here again. Could have used magnets, maybe should have, but I just went with it. These Velcro things are from Dollar Tree. They're actually very good quality. Like, the stickiness is very sticky and they hold really well, so I'm pretty happy with those. But yeah, I just decorated this with some stickers from the collection, and that opens like so. And then in the pocket here you have your journal. So I just love how this came out. I love making these little journals too. So this is just decorated with stickers. It says the Book of Us, and this is, okay, I should mention, Carolina's tutorial on her YouTube channel is only for the base of this project. If you want the tutorial for the paper matting and the journal, she's offering it on her Ko-fi website for like a fee. So I did buy it because I was like, I want to see everything. So yeah, plus I get so much inspiration from her anyway, so I was fine purchasing that because I love this project as well. So I didn't really follow the tutorial like to make these pages, because obviously with like a junk journal type thing, you're using what you have, like scraps on your table or things in your stash. So, but the measurements and everything and how to do the pamphlet stitch she shows in her video. So yeah, I was just using whatever scraps I had left. So I made a pocket here. I put a little cut apart in there that says make today lovely, and I put a sticker on there. And the pages in here are either copy paper, like actually it's printer paper, or like scrapbook paper from the collection. So that's what that is here. This one is a 3x4 cut apart, but I made this little flip so that you could put like a hidden photo there maybe. It says everyday happenings. And then I just had fun decorating the pages with all the stickers and the scraps. This one's a pocket as well. It says telling all our stories. This one I left as a little flip out, but I could have glued it down and made this a pocket as well, but I figured I had enough pockets in here. But that's really cute too. And I tried to leave some pages plain so that you could actually use them, like to write on or sketch or put photos. This was a 4x6 cut apart, and I just have this little angled pocket here. I also had a vellum scrap on my table, so I added that in and just put some stickers on it. This one is actually one scrap glued to the other because I didn't have enough paper. And this is another 4x6 cut apart, but of course these could be each cut apart and used throughout the journal as like you know, little journal spots, or if you're putting a photo down you could write the date or like the event or whatever in the labels and just glue them down throughout the book. That's the back of that paper. And then the rest of the vellum, I put the hot air balloon stickers because it went with the paper, of course. This says memory keeper. This collection turned out to be really fun to work with. It says take note. I think in my my last update I mentioned like I don't even remember buying this collection but I think it's because it was on sale at my local store, and yeah, I guess I thought I needed it. So this says stories from the heart. Just really cute and fun. Oh, and this one I had these two scraps and I was like, what am I gonna do with that? So I just made two little flip outs. That's what that is. And same with this. This was a scrap. I just turned it into a flip up thing so you could put a photo under there. It says lovely memory. That's the back of that paper. I love these little camera stickers. This collection would have been cute with my camera die that I used in my last, no, not my last one. I used that camera die in something. Anyway, that's the little journal. And I didn't want to make it too crazy because it does have to fit in this pocket here. And the pocket, so everything was made with 100-pound cardstock except this pocket, because you want it to be kind of flexible so that your journal fits in there and doesn't like rip anything. So that's that, and then just closes like so. And then this side is just a pocket here, a little sticker that says noteworthy, and I made these little booklets with the cut aparts. This says we are the authors of our own life story, and I used the coordinating solids in there. And this one is storytellers take the ordinary moments and turn them into extraordinary memories, and it looks like that. So super fun. I love this project. I think I will make it again. Also, the journal part allows you to use up so many scraps. So I actually don't have like a lot of little scraps left for this. I mostly have full-size sheets that I didn't want to cut into if I didn't need to. So I still have some of that left, and of course the whole 6x6 paper pad, which is what I intended to use, but I didn't get to it. So yeah, and that's this folio, and gotta iron this ribbon. It's driving me crazy. But for now I'll just tie it up. And yeah, that's everything actually. So that was everything I made with, you know, the stuff that I said I was going to use for the paper stash smash. Some months I make other things and I don't show them in this video because it's not things I made with the paper stash smash papers. You get it? So yeah, but I think it was a good month. Because last month I think I only made like two or three things. So I got a lot of things off my to-do list. And yeah, I'm very happy with everything. So I hope, oh, I was going to close out this video, but I have to show you what I'm going to be using next. And I haven't even looked at the prompt. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so it turns out June is actually free choice. It says you can use single sheets from your stash, digitals, a 12 by 12, scraps, or whatever you want. So it's basically, like it says, free choice, whatever. So I went into my summer scrapbook bin because it's bursting at the seams. I actually need to buy more bins again from Michael's. And I don't know where to put them anymore. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So I went in that bin and I was like, what can I like get rid of so that I can make more room? So first of all, I found this. This is like a tiny little amount of scraps from the Simple Vintage Lemon Twist collection. I have these layered stickers and some papers, and I thought I could just use this up and make tags with it because I can't really think of any other collection that I can mix this with. I don't know, maybe Berry Fields, which I'll show you as well, but I just want to get rid of this. It's taking up space and it doesn't need to be there anymore. I also purchased some single sheets when my local scrapbook store was doing a sale. This is from Simple Stories Sunkissed. I have the decorative brads, which are always super fun. I have used some of these already actually. And then I think I got, yeah, so I have the 3x4 cut aparts. And that's the back of that. I have the journal elements. That's really fun. The 4x6 elements. That is very cute. Oh, I have two of these. Okay. So hopefully the back, yeah, the back is cute. Little floral. So yeah, I have that Sunkissed collection. So I don't know what I'll do with this. Maybe I could make these 4x6s, some of them into cards. That could be fun. Or I don't know yet. I really don't know. Oh, I have 3 of these? Wait, what just happened there? Oh, okay. No, never mind. I'm confused. I have 2 of these, one of the 3x4 and the journal elements. And of course the backs of those can be used. Then I have this. This is taking up a lot of room. The Berry Fields collection, Simple Vintage Berry Fields, because I have a bunch of things all mixed together in here. I obviously have these like ephemera things. I have some solids that coordinate because I had a card kit at one point, and I have some of the 12x12 collection still in there. I think I have the entire sticker sheet still. So yeah, and this could definitely be used. I do really like this collection. I've made a few things with this already, but I can make more. It's fun to play with. It has a lot of different things going on. Yeah, so we'll see what if I get to that actually. this is like a lot of things for me, so I'm not sure what I can do. And then this was taking up a lot of room because I have a sticker book in here. This is Simple Stories Boho Sunshine, and this is the collection. I think this is the first collection kit I ever purchased. I loved it. I still do. It's very cute. It's retro, of course, which I love. I'm not sure how much of the papers I have left. It doesn't look like that much, but I have this whole sticker sheet. I have half of a 6x8 paper pad. Oh, yeah, that's right, because Simon Says Stamped did a card kit themed off this collection too. Oh, that could be fun to revisit as well and make some more cards if I haven't done that yet. And then I have like a bunch of ephemera. I have tons of the stickers left over, so this could be really fun to work with. I also had these two single sheets, Simple Vintage Life in Bloom. I don't even have this collection, but these sheets were on sale at my local store, and they're just gingham, basically. They do have some like distressing on the edges, but that could go with any like Simple Stories vintage kind of collection. That's the back, so it's just like a smaller scale gingham. So I have the green and the bubble gum. Very cute. Can use that. That could this could go, well, maybe not. I was gonna say this could go with the Sun-Kissed, but the vintaginess of it, not so much. And then I had this giant paper pad. Sorry, I just shook the whole table. This paper pad from Recollections. What is it called? Oh, Sunny Days Ahead. Sorry, I'm yawning. So this is broken actually, and I have broken into this already. I think I want to say I made envelopes with this. So I have these like these scraps here, and then some like what do you call this, border strips. And this can mix well depending what I do with the Boho Sunshine collection from Simple Stories. So that's an idea. And I think, yeah, so if I could just use these up, I would be happy because they're taking up space. Sometimes I feel like when you cut into a collection, you have less space because now like everything's bulky, right? Instead of lying flat. Yeah. So, but look how this is pretty. Actually, let's look at this because I don't remember what this even looks like. This is a paper pad I purchased like before I started making mini albums, I think. So I wasn't really paying attention if there's cut aparts or, you know, stuff like that. Ooh, but there's these tags. Those are really cute. Okay, this could be fun. Oh, and there's, yeah, 3 of each sheet. And then these. Okay, so, oh, I could make some traveler's notebooks with this. I love making traveler's notebooks with single-sided paper because of how the tutorial is, which is from Lyric Lover Crafts and also Carolina's Crafts, because she has a tutorial for a folder that goes in the traveler's notebook. But the way you do it, like, you don't need double-sided paper. So yeah, that's a fun idea. Oh, and these could be good for the tags in the pockets and stuff. Okay, so I do think I have an idea for this. okay, this is okay. So I don't know, like I said, how much I'll actually get done. This is a lot of things to choose for me, but it is all things that I've either already started using, or it's like single sheets from other collections. So yeah, we'll see how much I get done, but I think I'll start working on this like as soon as I can, because it is summer. Is it summer yet? I don't even know. When's the first day of summer? Yeah, I don't know. But it's nice out. Yeah, so I should start getting on my summer projects. So yeah, a whole bunch of things to work on for June, and we'll see what I actually get done. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I think it was long enough. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!